Okay, this model review is of the Italeri A-1H. This is the Douglas Skyraider, and this is a very nice box art. This is a 1/48 scale, and has some pictures of the finished product, at least on this side here, and another one on that side. Let's have a look here on the inside. This is a model I bought online, and this was already started, so this engine block has been put together. We'll have a look at some of the details for that. Here's the crankshaft. There's some nice details here. Well, there certainly is opportunity to add a lot of detail onto these radial engines. We'll look at the instructions in a minute. Here's the one side of the fuselage. Looks like there's going to be some sanding here. These are mostly raised panel line details. There are a few recessed ones as well as some imprints, but I don't see many rivet lines. Look at the inside. Not very much detail on the inside of the cockpit. On the other side, expect to see about the same, which we do. And the same thing here, we'll need some sanding and filling. Here's the engine cowl. This has been sanded down. And some recessed lines. Here's one of the sprues, got the tail wheel, looks like a tail hook too. And some of the exhausts for the engine. This looks like landing gear for the front. We do have some nice detail here with the some of the brake lines. Here's the cockpit. Not very much in the way of detail here, but some. Okay, we'll look at the decals and see if there are decals for that. The wings have been put together, and these are raised panel lines. No real rivet lines. There are a few molding areas. Look at the wheel wells. There's some detail in there, but I really don't like the fact that these are wide open. So we'll need to fill those in with some styrene card, because that should not be wide open. And they've added all the pods and the guns already. The same thing for the other side. Looks like there's a defect here that'll need to be filled. Italeri normally makes some really good kits. There's a few things that are lacking here. Some of the bombs. Well, these looks like the rocket pods actually. And here's the other one. That's actually nicely drilled out. Here's another pod. It's got some fair detail on it. That one's smashed off. Here's our propeller. And wheels. And another wheel. Some additional armament. Central fuel tank. Here we have our canopy. These look like the guns. Some parts to cover up the remaining portion of the wheel well on the wings. Here we've got a piece that's been cut off. And then the back part of the engine cowl. These have been cut out. Doesn't look like they were cut out originally. A little bit of flashing in the inside, not much. And something else has been cut off here. Have a look at our decals here. These are very nicely printed decals, not too many little details, but look, there's our instrument panel. This looks like this came off from the bottom portion here. Let's have a look at our instructions. It's a long set of instructions here. So we have a parts listing, as well as the colors. And this is the cockpit. We're going to need to add some details there. Assembly of the fuselage. Looks like that's about as far as we got. Then putting together the engine cowling on there. You have to drill out some holes for the pods, which have been done already. Assembly of the gear, propeller, wheel wells, some of the armament, and then canopy. We do have some painting instructions. And let's see on the other side, it looks like we have several more options for painting instructions. Here's another one. And here's the last one. So there are 4 different painting options. Also, they have a listing of where the decals go for each of them. Now, so this one's already been started. It has some detail, but not what you'd expect.